This Instagram post I posted the other day triggered some people. The iPhone SE, I don't think it's a better value than the S7 Edge, but is it a faster phone? Well, let's find out in this video coming up right now. Let's go. So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology, and welcome to the iPhone SE versus the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge speed test. So let's go ahead and begin with a boot up test in 3, 2, 1. And while they're booting up, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you why this video even came into existence. So the other day I posted something on Instagram that was saying basically that the SE is not a better value than the S7 Edge at its current price point due to this reason. So on the S7 Edge, you can get it for around $350-ish refurbished, around there, even cheaper sometimes on third parties. And you could go ahead and get an SE here at $329. This is a 64 gig. This is a 32 gig, but you can get a 64 gig for around the same price. So they are in the same price point, but I do think the S7 Edge might be a better value, but I'm not sure if it's faster in speed, so that's why we're creating this video. It looked like the SE might have booted up a little bit quicker than the Exynos S7 Edge right here. Okay, so I would like to take a look at how the lock screens perform on the speed. So let's go ahead and click the power buttons at the same time, 3, 2, and 1. And you can see it looks like the S7 Edge a little quicker. One more time, 3, 2, and 1. And that time the SE, so maybe it was just my mistake, 3, 2, 1. And they're very similar. So very similar when it comes to just the responsive time on the lock screen. I do that because in the past, Android devices used to be super slow to respond to my power press on the lock screen. But let's go ahead and try out the fingerprint scanners, 3, 2, 1. And you can see the S7 Edge just blows away the SE when it comes to this regard, 3, 2, 1. No comparison. The S7 Edge just blows the pants off the SE when it comes to the speed with the fingerprint scanner. Okay guys, so confirming the software, the SE is running 11.2.5, 15D60, Android 7.0 Nougat here for the S8 or the S7 Edge, and this thing does have, an Oreo update impending, and this has 11.2.6, but I haven't updated either just yet, so that's what we're gonna run here for this test. But let's go ahead and close that out. Let's go ahead and close out this here for the S7 Edge, and let's begin with the speed test. Now, I do have the same applications lined up, and we're gonna begin with calendar in 3, 2, 1. And you can see that was the S7 Edge coming home. Let's go into calculator. That looked like the SE, so 1-1 so far. Let's go into clock. That one looked like the S7 Edge coming home. Let's go into phone dialers. That looked like the S7 Edge coming home. Let's go into Instagram. That looked like the S7 Edge again. So good stuff so far, S7 Edge. Let's go into Twitter. And that one looks like the S7 Edge easily over the SE. And boom, coming home, let's go into WhatsApp. And that is the S7 Edge again. Let's go into Snapchat. S7 Edge again. Coming home, let's go into Temple Run. Here's where I expect the SE to beat the S7 Edge. And no, not really on the Temple Run. Maybe it was pretty close. You call that one down below. You're gonna call the games because sometimes I don't see the games. It's really hard to check these. Let's go into Jetpack. So let's see, and wow. Well, this one should be pretty obvious. It's the S7 Edge here on that one. Coming home, let's go into Modern Combat 5 and see which one could load this game up first. Looks like the SE has the jump on the S7 Edge. Here comes the S7 Edge. And they're about the same. I think I missed a tap on the SE, so actually no, it's catching up. About the same here for Modern Combat 5, I would call it. But one thing I do want to note is that when you do get in the game, it seems like the S7 Edge is a little choppier when it comes to the graphics performance. This is the Exynos model. I find the Snapdragon series to be a little bit better when it comes to gaming. But coming home, let's go into the Mad Skills BMX game and see which one can open this first. And it looks like the S7 Edge might be in the lead. Let's see which one can actually pull in the first. No, it's the SE. So the SE comes back swinging. Let's go into Amazon. And you can see Amazon opens first for the S7 Edge. So the S7 Edge has been winning most of these. Let's go into Chrome. And Chrome loads first there for the S7 Edge. Let's go into Geekbench. We got a win there for the SE. Let's go into Antutu. And we got a win there for the SE. So they were definitely trading blows on some of these applications. I do think the S7 Edge won more than the SE in this initial speed test. Okay, so let's run through a multitasking round here between both of these devices. All the applications are still open on both. You can see on the S7 Edge, there on the SE. Let's go into Antutu. And we got a reload there for the S7 Edge to start this test. So not looking good so far. That's the SE. Let's go into Geekbench. Boom, another reload there for the S7 Edge. Let's go into Chrome. And Chrome has to load a little bit more on the S7 Edge. The SE is winning every one so far. Let's go into Amazon. And SE again holds it a little bit better. What about Mad Skills? And again, it's a clear reload there. So this is pretty disappointing because, you know, the S7 Edge usually does really well with the Exynos, but something's going on here with that game. Let's go into Modern Combat. And looks like the S7 Edge might be ahead in this one. Wow. Actually, it's about a tie there. Let's go into Jetpack Joyride. You can see a clear winner there. That's the SE. Let's go into Temple Run. And that one's about even. Let's go into Snapchat. I'd say that's the SE. Let's go into WhatsApp. That one's about even. Let's go into Twitter. Maybe the S7 Edge slightly. Let's go into Instagram. That was definitely the SE. Let's go into Phone. That was the SE. Let's go into Clock. That was the, I don't know which one that one was. I think it was the SE. Let's go into Calculator. SE on that one, and Calendar. SE on that one. So S7 Edge won more on the initial test, but the SE came swinging back when it comes to the RAM management. So what does that mean? That means that basically when you're initially opening applications, the S7 Edge will seem a lot quicker, or not a lot quicker, but definitely quicker than the SE. If you tweak the animations down, it should look even faster. But when you start doing a lot of things in RAM management, that's when the SE should hold its performance more consistently through your usage. So, you know, overall, that makes the SE a better performer here than this S7 Edge. Now, that doesn't mean it's a better overall phone. If you guys would like to see a full comparison to see which one is the better overall phone, you can go ahead and comment that down below. But let's go ahead and open Geekbench, because at this price point, you get a 4-inch screen versus a 5.5-inch 2K OLED display here on the S7 Edge. Samsung Pay, you get Apple Pay, but this is, you know, MST technology. You can use this anywhere. You do get a nicer rear camera by far on the S7 Edge. So there's things that are, you know, in favor of the S7 Edge. You got expandable storage, and just because the speed test is showing the SE might be a little bit faster doesn't make a better phone. And I know a lot of people in the comments, a lot of SE fanboys are just gonna go down there and just say SE, SE, SE all day. If you're reading those comments and you think that you should just get one because of all those comments, don't be that easily influenced. Try both of these phones out first before you go ahead and make that decision, because they both offer benefits on both sides. I'll be back when this Geekbench is done. So the final scores on Geekbench: SE 2415, 4026 on the multi, 1891 on the single, and 5421 for the S7 Edge, making this a 50-50 draw here on the Geekbench. Basically, that's been the conclusion of this video. The SE won on multitasking. The S7 Edge won most of them on the single core application speed test. A faster fingerprint scanner for the S7 Edge, a slower fingerprint scanner for the SE, a slightly faster boot up for the SE, a slightly slower boot up for the Samsung S7 Edge. You get way more features here, you get way less features here. You know, you really got to decide on other things based on just speed, but I thought it was pretty fun to just see which one was quicker. Overall, I think the SE is a slightly faster phone here, but only slightly, not too much. And for those that are going to come down here, oh, that S7 lags so much, I think you're talking about the Snapdragon version. This one doesn't lag whatsoever. If you get an Exynos, you will be getting the 8.0 Oreo update with Samsung Experience version 9.0, which should bring the new emojis to your device. So it's still a good value here. Which one is better? It really comes down to personal preference. But if you found this video helpful, enjoyable, do me a favor, go ahead and click that like button for me down below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more. I got all my social feeds in the description as well. I'll catch you all on the next one. Nick here, helping you to master your technology. Be sure to be well, and peace.